If this conversation has to take much longer, I'll close that account too.
And welcome to yet another episode of Crown and Comments with your host and resident Goldwing guru, the one, the only, Cruiseman. Brought to you by Cruiseman's Garage Honda Goldwing Maintenance Videos.
Thank you, Don, for that great introduction. Welcome back to Crown and Comments for April 2026. I'm Cruiseman, and I am going to go through some of your comments that you put on my YouTube videos. Sometimes you email me, and we do this about once a month. However, I did skip last month. Might have even skipped the month before. I had a lot of personal stuff I've been dealing with. Those of you that follow the channel, you're probably well aware of all this. But anyway, I sit down once a month with my favorite adult beverage, which I often need when I'm reading your comments. Mine just happens to be Crown Royal. Now, I invite you to sit back and relax and just enjoy the show. And yes, for those of you that were wondering, there will be a rant. I always warn you right up front. If you're easily offended by anything, don't watch the rant section. Just skip past it. I put links in the description of the video where you can skip past the rant. But there will be a rant. Some of you love the rant. Some of you love it. Some of you don't love it. The first thing I want to talk to you about is the group cruise, the end of January 2027. Put links in the description. If you're interested, you can check it out. I do want to update you. All of the staterooms that we blocked for this group on the Norwegian Luna, they are now gone. So if you have not reserved a stateroom, it's basically our group space is sold out. Now that doesn't mean the ship is full. That doesn't mean you can't still go on the cruise, and it doesn't mean you can't still be included in the group. It's just that the block of cabins that we had reserved is completely sold out. So I invite you, if you're still interested in going on the group cruise, looks like we've got about 32 people right now, and contact Where's Walter Travel. The links will be in the description. Check with them. I don't know all the current information because I don't know what happens when you book outside of the group, other than you can still book a cabin. You can still be included in all our group activities. You'll still be part of the group, and we'd love to have you. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I met some people actually out in Tennessee this week that have signed up for the group cruise and are going with us, so that should be a lot of fun. Another quick update, new merchandise, self-promotion here. Got the new America 250 for our 250th anniversary. This particular shirt, I call it the American Freedom shirt, and basically it has Goldwing on it, has a little Goldwing on the sleeve, but there is a version of this exact same. It's got the same logo on the back, by the way, a little bit bigger on the back. Same exact logo, but without the Goldwing. So for those of you that ride a Harley or an Indian or any other brand motorcycle, you don't have to walk around with Goldwing written on it. You can get the generic one, and we'll put links to all these down in the description. Coming soon will be the Sena Specter helmet long-term review. I rode this helmet 1,780 miles back and forth to Tennessee. Had a lot of chance to put it through the paces, try out some of the features, and that will be coming next week. I will have my long-term review of the Sena Specter helmet. I've been mentioning this, it seems like, for the last year. You might notice I have a little bit of a lisp. And that's because I have this, I guess you call it a retainer or a mouth guard, or I don't know what you call it. But it's this thing in the front with a fake tooth on top. And it's hard for me to talk with it. And it's, I'm having a tooth replaced with an implant, and it has not been going well. This has been almost a year now since that tooth was actually pulled. And it's been an expensive and time-consuming journey. Part of the problem is I had to have a bone graft. Apparently had a lot of bone loss in that area. The bone graft did not take as well as they had hoped. We thought this was going to be done this last month, and it didn't. We had to wait a little longer. I'm going back Thursday to get some more x-rays done. God, I hope this is over soon, because it has been a real nightmare. So anyway, that's why if you notice I have a little bit of a lisp. I want to take a second. I try to do this in every video, every Crown and Comment video, and that's to thank my YouTube members. This has turned out much better than I expected. I didn't expect this many of you to join my YouTube channel as a member. there's information. If you just click the little join now button underneath my video, it'll explain how this works. Many of you have joined as members. I do thank you. It makes the channel possible. YouTube is making a lot of changes. As you may have noticed, if you consume a lot of YouTube content, you may have noticed there's a lot more ads now. That's not me doing that. That's YouTube. Sometimes you now have to skip past 2 or 3 or 4 ads. I'm not getting any more of that ad revenue. I think it's all going to YouTube. So anyway, it doesn't matter. I just wanted you to know that if you're a member, you do get an ad-free version of this video. I can turn ads off on a video, and I do post a members-only version. So if you're a member, one of your benefits is you get to see Crown and Comments with no advertisements. So thank you again for being a member. It's much appreciated. When we come back, I'm going to talk to you about Goldwings and Glizzies. That's coming up right after this. Hey everybody, welcome back to Crown and Comments, April 2026. This last week, we were in East Ridge, Tennessee at Southern Honda Powersports for Goldwings and Glizzies. Now, I took one extra day to get to Tennessee. I rode my Goldwing from Dallas to Jackson, Mississippi, spent the night, and that's about 420 miles maybe. And then the next day, I rode from Jackson to Gadsden, Alabama. Now, that's only about 300 miles. It was a short day. Another group of riders from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Robert White with Robert White Moto. We had Tony Mitchell. We had Steve McCullough and Jody Vogel. Those 4 guys rode up the second day, the day after I left, and they rode all the way from Dallas-Fort Worth to Gadsden, Alabama. They had a long day, maybe 700 miles in one day. It was a long day. They didn't get in until about 8:30 at night, and by the time they got to my hotel, they looked like they were ready to get off and go to bed. They were pretty tired. Okay, and then the next day, we all rode together to East Ridge, Tennessee, to Southern Honda Powersports. But I had a great time with all these guys. We had a great time. We got to have dinner together a couple times and some lunches together, and it was really a special time. So thank you for those guys that came along and came from Dallas-Fort Worth. There were some other people there from Dallas-Fort Worth that weren't part of that group as well. So we got to East Ridge, Tennessee, to Southern Honda Powersports on Friday morning, and I had some things I needed to do at Southern Honda. I was actually I had arranged for me to be able to videotape an uncrating of a new Goldwing and how it was assembled. That video will be coming out shortly. While I was doing that, the rest of these guys, with the exception of Jody, Steve, Tony Mitchell, and Robert White, they all rode up to the Tail of the Dragon. Tail of the Dragon is maybe hour and a half away. And I think Mac from Gold Rider 1 was with them as well. And so while I'm slaving away behind a video camera at Southern Honda, these guys are having the ride of their life up on the Tail of the Dragon. Now, Robert White has a video on his channel of that Tail of the Dragon ride. You need to watch it. I'll put a link in the description of the video. Check out his channel. And he's got some other good videos too about Goldwings and Glizzies. So that was Friday. Saturday, we get up and we go to Goldwings and Glizzies. I think it started at 11 o'clock. We got there probably about 10. From the time I walked in the door until it was over, until we left about 3 or 3:30, people, like, you can't believe the turnout had to be at least double what it was the previous year. Just had an opportunity to meet some really great people. A lot of my customers that have my maintenance videos. I saw a lot of my merchandise, a lot of my Cruiseman's Garage t-shirts and caps.
Yes, just want to let you know that my wife and I bought 2 Eternal Goldwings after watching Mr. Cruiseman here video to talk about those Goldwings, and based on what Cruiseman said, it made sense to us. So the wife and I bought 2 Goldwings a month ago here at Southern Honda. Also, we love coming here. We love watching Cruiseman videos, and I have purchased all the videos. I do pretty much all my maintenance, and basically I look at your videos before I do anything.
Well, congratulations on your two new bikes.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
You
Absolutely.
bet. I hesitate to mention people's names that I met The reason is because, I'll mention a few of them, but the reason I hate to bring it up is because I know I'm going to leave somebody out. I'm going to forget, and I'm horrible. I'm terrible with names. I remember people's faces. I know them. I know I met them a year ago or 2 years ago at Southern Honda. And these are people I've communicated with maybe through comments in my videos or emails. Here with Kevin Kidwell. Look at that shirt. He ordered some new shirts from us, but he hadn't got them yet. Or he just got them.
Well, they're at home.
3 weeks.
I'll be smarting in here pretty soon.
Okay. Thanks for coming out, and thanks for your little promo video you did.
Thank you for videos on how to maintain my...
You're a helicopter mechanic.
I'm a helicopter mechanic.
What's your name?
CH-47s.
Just your first name. Just like Maureen.
Okay.
Maureen.
Those Goldwing maintenance videos, best thing you can do with your money.
Wow.
Other than buy a new motorcycle, which I'm trying not to.
The best video guy in the world. Saved my life. 50 hours, I got everything done thanks to this man here.
There you go. You heard it right from Jim.
It was awesome. Awesome job.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes.
I met some people, I'd say 3 or 4 people that came up to me and told me they were going to be on the cruise, on our group cruise in January. So I'm looking forward to spending some more time with you when we get together next January for the group cruise. Great to meet you guys. Very excited. I did get a chance to meet again with Million Mile Phil. I think I've seen him 2 or 3 times now at Southern Honda. He seems to ride in for everything. He's got one motorcycle that has 760,000 miles on it. This guy puts on the miles. He is 84 years old, and he looks like he's 65 years old. I mean, guy is a road warrior, and really nice to meet him. I also met a guy by the name of Brian Shirley, and he had a vintage 10th anniversary Goldwing there at the show, and this Brian was amazing. I'll just let him tell the story. Now, some people say this is the best ride motorcycle that Honda made. Is that true?
I own all 6 generations, and I'm going to say, to just ride down the road, the new models with that new suspension is just about magical.
Well, that's an amazing story and an amazing bike, and I'm glad you brought it here. Well, Brian, thank you so much.
Yes,
We're going to put you on one of our future videos.
Okay.
Thanks. But before we go, tell us, how many motorcycles do you own? How many Goldwings do you own?
Okay. I have 34 motorcycles currently. And of that, Goldwings, it kind of rotates, but I've got, I think, 13 or 14 of them.
Wow. I just wanted to make sure to get that in.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. And like I said, I met several people that had my maintenance videos, and it's always heartening when you hear from people, testimonials from people that you find out that your videos have helped them and they've been able to save some money or save some time. And that was very, very nice. Thanks to all of you. I didn't have time to breathe. I didn't even have time to really do a good job of shooting video. There were people lined up that wanted to just come by and say hi, wanted to meet. And it was great, but it was a little bit chaotic. Like I say, it was just amazing. It was just so many people wanted to come up and say hi, wanted to shake hands, wanted to get selfies and pictures done.
Who came the furthest, who got the prettiest, who has the oldest, and so forth.
Yep.
Right? Let's do this.
Let's do it. Toward the end of the day, Southern Honda asked Sensei and I to team up and go around and pick out some winners, 4 different categories: best looking Goldwing, best looking trike, who rode the farthest, and the oldest Goldwing at the event. Now, those of you that don't know Sensei, you probably do, but if you don't, he has a channel called Ride Fit Nation. Make sure you check him out. And he is a super high energy individual. I'm a little more laid back, but Sensei definitely has the personality. Okay, I'm here with Sensei, Ride Fit Nation. We're going to judge
the best trike.
this trike.
As a matter of fact, I had Kevin send me the exact list so we don't get ripped off.
Okay.
And we make sure, okay, so here we go. So we're going to have the best Goldwing.
Best Goldwing.
Best Goldwing trike.
Okay.
Highest mileage Goldwing.
That's going to
looking kind of
million-mile
treat.
field.
That's right. Most miles written to the event on a Goldwing.
How are we going to find that out?
I don't know. We're gonna find out by asking a bunch of people questions. And then oldest Goldwing present.
Okay.
So you want to start off with the best Goldwing first?
Yeah.
All right. I'm following you.
Okay.
All right, guys. So we out here, man. Let's go.
Tell you what, that's going to probably get my vote for best track.
I'm not lying. I think so as well.
I think Charlie Brown's got the best looking track. I love that color.
My favorite, hands down. And what I love about this, I guess we'll start with the trikes.
Yeah.
What I love about this is how all the details just go into the planning of this trike.
Okay, we're trying to find the best Goldwing. We just have to go until we see something jumps
that
out
really
at
jumps at us, right?
So Sensei and I walked around the entire parking lot looking at every Goldwing we saw until we could find one that just kind of jumped out at us and really caught our attention.
That's what's up, man. Yo,
And then we met Scrap Iron.
What's up, Cruiseman? How you doing, my friend? Brother, Scrap Iron. What's going on, man?
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. Hey, Sensei.
Perfect.
Sensei and Cruiseman, why don't y'all get this beautiful blue on there? Get that beautiful blue.
You know what?
Hey, Bernard.
Is this yours?
Get on my motorcycle. Yeah, they put me on the internet.
You know what? We might have to get that blue. We might have to get it.
You know, you don't see that many of that color.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is a unique color.
What year model?
2018.
This is 18?
Yeah.
Surprisingly, we didn't see that many blue Goldwings like Scrap Irons. And after we took a look around, there was just something about it that really stood out to us about this bike. And I think this was going to be our pick for the best looking Goldwing.
This is the oldest one I've seen on the floor.
Okay.
The gold one, you said the one that's inside, that gold one?
Yep.
It's been here for like 3 days.
Oh, it has.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a.
What year is this?
No, it says 50th anniversary. It must be Honda's 50th anniversary because that's not.
Nah, they put that. I think they put that.
They must put that, but it looks old.
This is like a 8. I don't Charlie Brown would know exactly what this is.
Yeah.
So after circling the parking lot, I think we found the oldest bike on the lot that came to the event. And this is the one that would end up winning the oldest Goldwing at the event.
The best part of this bike and why it stands out, but you don't notice it by the way.
Show me.
Where are those wheels?
Oh yeah. That's the truth. All chrome. That's so true.
I didn't notice it until I.
Now he's gonna make me look in the back to make sure it matches. He said, "This is wrong."
So the chrome wheels are what set Scrap Iron's blue 2018 Goldwing apart from all the rest. Really a beautiful bike, and that's going to win the best Goldwing at the show.
Cause I'm a camera hog. What's up, everybody? This is your boy Rich Booster G's Prize. We hanging out with Cruiseman and Sensei here in Texas doing what we do. Y'all remember they used to have wingdings? This is the new wingding.
We didn't know Texas.
I said Texas? Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Do it again. We are here in Texas. But if you got anything that you need to do for a Honda Goldwing, even from the Generation 5 all the way to Generation 6, this is the man to come to. When I start riding Goldwing, first person I see.
All right, guys, this is Cruiseman from Cruiseman's Garage. This man has all kinds of videos that he's a Goldwing king. If you need something fixed on your Goldwing, this is the man to check out. Check out his videos.
All right, so we're gonna do a couple of things. We're not gonna keep you guys here long. We're doing some giveaways. What we doing? $1 million?
At least.
Damn,
That's the low price.
Damn. After tax. All right, the person that can do 1,000 push-ups in 2 minutes gets $1.5 million. Do it again.
Look at a belly roll.
So me and Cruiseman, we did a walk around, looked at a couple of bikes. We're gonna be doing a couple of things. We're judging the best Goldwing, the best Goldwing trike, the oldest Goldwing. Who rode the furthest? Let's start with that one first.
Let's start with 500 miles. Who came 500 miles?
Who's dropped their bike?
What? Raise your hand if you came at least 500 miles. How about 800 miles?
Yes.
I think 852 is the winner.
I think 852 is the winner. Yo.
So after we announced all the winners and Southern Honda handed out all the door prizes, things started to break up a little bit. A lot of YouTubers got together for a little photo op. And then Goldwings and Glizzies 2026 was in the record books. And I think the event was a big success. I'm glad I went. It was, like I said, the ride home was a little stressful just because of the group riding thing. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in the future. Okay, when we come back, my rant on CITIBANK. Hey everybody, welcome back to Crown and Comments for April 2026. I'm Cruiseman, and let me show you, if I can find it, where did I do it? Here it is. That's a credit card. Not sure if you can see it. Now, about sometime in February, I'd been seeing these ads. Every time I go to a website, I'd see an ad from CITIBANK. Sign up for this new CITIBANK card. Now, I already have a CITIBANK credit card. I have the Executive Platinum. Hang on, because it's got a long name. Where is it? Okay. This is the Advantage Executive. That's all it says. Advantage Executive MasterCard. This card I use quite a bit. I've had it for several years. And the reason I have it, I think I pay maybe $600 a year for this card. The reason being, Ricky and I travel a lot, and it gives us access to the Admirals Club with American Airlines. So when we go to the airport, we can enjoy the Admirals Club. Well, recently, CITIBANK's been advertising this Platinum Select card, and they were offering 80,000 bonus miles if you sign up for this card. Now, the deal was you had to spend, I think it was $3,500 within the first 4 months. There's also a $99 a year fee assigned to this card, but you get the first year for free. They comp the first year. So I clicked on the ad. I'm thinking, okay, I'll go ahead and sign up for the thing, get the 80,000 miles. You know, I can always use the miles with American Airlines. And it's not going to cost me anything for a year. And I had a pretty good sized purchase I needed to make anyway. I thought, well, I'll put that purchase on the card in the first 30 days. I'll qualify, get my 80,000 miles. Everybody's happy. So I signed up for the card. They issued me the card. I never get my 80,000 miles. I charged, I think, $4,400 the first 30 days. Paid it off. Never got my 80,000 miles. I waited an extra month thinking, well, maybe it just takes a while for those to come in. Meanwhile, maybe 3 or 4 days after I signed up for my card, Ricky signed up for the exact same card. She signed up for it, got approved, spent her $3,500, and she got her 80,000 miles like that. I mean, within a couple of days, she got an email from CITIBANK saying, congratulations, your 80,000 miles are now in your American Airlines account. I never got that email. So I called CITIBANK, and I talked to a lady, and she was nice. And one of the things she asked me for, she said, did you by any chance take a screenshot of the offer that you responded to, when you signed up? Did you take it? And I said, no, wait a minute. Do you mean to tell me that on the date that I signed up for this card, they know the date? I have the email that I got back from them. It was like February 24th or something. CITIBANK doesn't know what offers were available on that date. I have to make a screenshot and send to you? So that was a little troubling. So she said, well, I'm going to elevate this up to our bonus miles department, and you'll hear something within 10 days. Okay, that happened. I never heard anything. Never got any reply back from CITIBANK. So when I got back in town from Goldwings and Glizzies, one of the very first things I wanted to do was to call CITIBANK and cancel this card. I have no need for the card. The only reason I signed up for the card was to get the 80,000 miles. And I called up, and they put me through to a senior representative who kind of had a heavy accent, a little hard to understand. Now, my original plan was to let you guys hear this entire conversation that I had with CITIBANK. But Robert White warned me that recording the conversation and playing it might get me in trouble with YouTube. He had a good point. So I decided I'll just tell you basically what was said.
So it didn't matter. I just want to close the 2407 account.
This senior representative basically offered me another 7,500 miles, but I would have to spend another $1,000 within 30 days to get the 7,500 miles. I still wasn't going to get the 80,000 miles, but I could get 7,500 miles if I would spend another $1,000.
Yeah, but I don't need the card. The only reason I signed up for it was the bonus miles. And honestly, right now, even if I got the bonus miles, I just want to close the account. I'm done with it. I feel like it was deceptive. They asked me the last time I called, actually, I think the last 2 times, they asked me, did I take a screenshot of the offer that I signed up for? And I'm thinking, you mean, you know the date I signed up for the card? CITIBANK doesn't know what offers were available on that date? I have to make a screenshot every time I buy something online? That's ridiculous. So, well, I'll tell you what, you could offer me 1,000,000 Advantage miles and I'm not keeping this card. I just don't know. I don't want the card.
So after I turned down his offer for an additional 7,000 or 7,500 miles, he decided another tactic was to threaten me that closing this account would somehow affect negatively my credit rating.
I don't care if I'm irresponsible. I have 0 balance on this card right now. The only time I used the card was to put the dollar amount, which I think was $3,500. I was required to spend $3,500 within 4 months. I spent that the first month, and I'll keep my other CITIBANK card for now. However, if this conversation has to take much longer, I'll close that account too.
When I told him that if I was going to have to spend any more time on the phone, him trying to talk me into keeping this car, I don't think they can grasp the idea that you don't want that $12,000 worth of credit. I don't use their credit. I pay my cards off every month anyway. So they could give me $100,000 worth of credit. It wouldn't make any difference to me. And like I told him, the miles at this point is not about the miles. It's about you not doing what you said you were going to do. I don't trust you anymore. I don't trust CITIBANK. They promised something and they did not deliver. And here's the message of that whole thing. CITIBANK, you need to do what you say you're going to do. If you say you're going to do something, do it. This goes for any business. I don't care if you're a restaurant. I don't care if you're CITIBANK. I don't care if you are a Honda dealer. Do what you say you're going to do. That's my rant for this month. I was not happy with how this turned out at CITIBANK. So this card that I'm holding here will be shredded. I just saved it because I wanted to be able to show it to you for this video. That one's dead. That one's done. Now when we come back, I'm going to read your comments. I'm going to respond to them. If you have a question, I'm going to try to answer it. And that's coming up right after this. Hey everybody, welcome back to Crown and Comments, April 2026. And these are not in any particular order. I'm just taking them as they come up on the screen here. This is from one of my members, by the way, YouTube members, 4 Loyal. Hey Cruiseman, I have the Shark Road mufflers on my bike and have been contemplating removing them. At highway speed, they bother my ears. I like the growl below 75 to 80 miles an hour, but at those speeds, they can be annoying. Maybe I shouldn't be traveling at those speeds. Well, that's another conversation for another day. You know, it seems to be a real split on the Shark Road. Some people love them, some people not so crazy. I'm a little bit in the middle. I enjoyed them. They didn't bother me at highway speeds. I don't drive regularly. I don't maintain 75 to 80. Sometimes I do, but they didn't bother me. I took them off my bike, gave them to Robert to try on his bike. He didn't like them at all. He really had a problem with it. It really hurt his ears. He took them off, and now I have transferred ownership of the Shark Road mufflers to one of my other local rider friends, Adden, F6B Adventures. If you haven't checked out his channel, make sure you check out F6B Adventures. I'll put a link on the screen. Check out. He's got some good stuff on his channel, and he's a funny guy. Okay, so everybody seems to be kind of split on the Shark Road. I liked them. I thought they sounded good, but I can live with them or without them. And apparently, I'm going to live without them. Okay, this is from BJ833. Fitted this to my 2025 Goldwing. Oh, he's talking about the bullet brake. I did a video on the bullet brake, and he's talking about fitting the bullet brake to his 2025, as he found the Honda handbrake unreliable, goes out of adjustment fairly easy. Everybody has that problem. The bullet brake is an excellent trouble-free device. I use it whenever I find myself at a traffic light or stoplight giveaway intersections on an incline. Yes, bullet brake, great product. Great product. Got to see Mark again from Bullet Brake out at Goldwings and Glizzies. We touched base a little bit. Super nice guy. Everybody I've talked to that has the Bullet Brake really does like it. So I'll put a link in the description. You know the drill. If you're interested, check out Bullet Brake. I can't remember if you save 10% or 15%, but you save some money if you use code Cruiseman. Okay, this is from Keith Allen. I bought the Gray Pearl 2026 6-speed today. That is in your video from DFW Honda. Well, congratulations, Keith. Wow. He bought the same bike that I went out there and looked at on their showroom. Very cool. This is from Heritage Bay. If you place the bike in the passenger and load setting, will that not increase the lean angle? Now, this is on the saddlebag and engine guards from T-Rex. And I think he's referring to how far you can lean the bike over before you start scraping those guards. Technically, yes, it could, because it does raise the bike up, but it's very minimal. It's millimeters, but it's not dramatic. It's not going to be huge. Wing Rider Monk, right here, a local rider. Some of you guys know we've talked about Monk before. This is on my group ride to Tennessee. He said, nice ride, nice group, great video quality, Chris, thanks. Well, thank you, Monk. I appreciate that. We did not see you today at breakfast. Maybe we'll see you next month or some other time. Eric Purdy. Hey, Eric. Exercising this morning, threw this on the big screen. This is my group ride to Tennessee video. Outrageously great video quality, Chris. Well, thank you. The video was shot with my X5 360 camera. Same camera Robert White uses. And thank you. I appreciate that. This is from Mark's Garage, one of my members and another fellow YouTuber. Again, make sure you check out. He's got some great content at Mark's Garage 17. Make sure you check it out. He's up in Wisconsin. And he commented on my group ride to Tennessee. He said, hi, Chris, another nice ride production. Glad you guys could all ride together on this leg of the journey. Good stuff. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. I wish you could have been there. I think the weather's still a little cold up there in Wisconsin. Jeffrey Cash. This is the gentleman that won the Goldwing at DFW Honda that we gave away last year. He was the winning entry. And he says he just picked up the Fanttik F10 Pro. Great purchase, great advice, Cruiseman as usual. Thank you. Fanttik tire inflators are really well made. They're very good. I love mine, and apparently Jeffrey loves his. Okay, this is from JGK. This is on one of the shorts I did. Were they dealing on 2026 Goldwing tours at Southern on Saturday? My understanding was yes, but you had to be there on Saturday to get the deal. Now, they did not advertise the deals ahead of time. They couldn't. There's some restrictions and regulations that don't allow them to do that. But I believe if you were there in person, you did save some money on a 2026 Goldwing. But I don't know how much. I was so busy talking to other people, I didn't have a chance to find out what the story was. This is on my video of the Sena Specter. William says, why can't we buy this helmet 2XL white. It's not in stock everywhere. I had the same problem with the Sena's previous helmet also. Somebody responded to this and said that they were available now at Revzilla. So you might check, even if Sena doesn't have them, and I do have an affiliate link for Sena. I'll put it in the description, but it doesn't do you any good if they don't have them in stock. So you might check Revzilla. I don't have an affiliate link with Revzilla. There's no discount just for Cruiseman, but at least you could get the helmet. Let's see, Joe Gobin. This is on my comparison between the Goldwing and the BMW K1600. Still one of my most popular videos. It's amazing. The main reason I won't buy a BMW again is it always seems to be 100 miles to get to a BMW dealer, and it's always expensive to repair. That's why I went back to Goldwing. Well, Joe, I think a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people buy the Honda Goldwing just because of the dealer network that's available out there. This was on the video I did about not being able to get my oil filter off of my 2024 Goldwing when I got it home. This is from K Biker Rider. Honda customer service said since it's maintenance related, they will not fix it under warranty. My GL 1800 Tourer is 3 weeks old. I cannot get the filter off. The worst customer service I've ever seen. Just to be clear, I have not called the dealer yet as they are closed today. Your dealer probably should help you out with this. They probably shouldn't even charge you. They could go in there and take that filter and loosen it for you, maybe even replace the filter. You can take the oil filter off without losing all of the oil in the crankcase. You only lose about a cup of oil, maybe not even a cup. So they could remove that oil filter, put on a new filter. You could probably put a cup of oil in right there or just go home and do your oil change then. James Duckworth, one of my members, and the group ride to Tennessee video, he said, great video, Chris. Thank you, James. It was great meeting you. Hope we get a chance to spend more time together in the future. This is from Moises Gonzalez. Hey, Cruiseman, I saw you yesterday at Southern Honda event, and I ended up buying a 2025 Goldwing. Is there any chance of the discount coupon? I'm interested in the maintenance videos. Okay, we have a deal with Southern Honda that if you buy a new Goldwing or a used Goldwing, you get a $50 discount on my Honda Goldwing maintenance videos. They're supposed to give you that coupon when you do all your paperwork, you sign the bill of sale or get the title or whatever they do. But they forget. The salesmen don't know anything about it. The lady that does all the titling and all that stuff, she forgets sometimes. And I will, if he will reach out to me, I think I put a comment in on this comment. Just send me an email, info@cruisemansgarage.com, and I will make sure you get a coupon and save that $50 on that video, on those videos. This is from Gina Sasser. We got to see you while we were there and took a picture with you. A great time was had by all, Gina and Jerome. Well, thank you, Gina. I appreciate that. I had so many pictures taken while I was there. I don't really remember everybody, but thank you anyway. Steve Waters, another one of my members, could not agree more on the 24 Goldwing. It's amazing. Bought mine because of you and your recommendation. Great decision. Ride safe. I can't tell you how many people came up to me at Southern Honda, told me that they had bought their Goldwing because of my videos or because I had recommended something or done reviews. It was pretty stunning how many people said they had purchased a Goldwing because of me. So Honda, once again, where's my commission? I get no commission from Honda. The Fozzie 2022. Hi, Cruiseman. Did you test out I think it's the ANC, means automatic noise cancellation in the helmet. This is Paul from the UK. Paul, to my knowledge, the Specter does not have noise cancellation. They do have a new full-face helmet from Sena that's supposed to have noise cancellation. But I don't think this helmet does. I wish it did. I wish it did. And I thought it was going to, but it didn't. Okay, we're getting there. NX500 review. RBJ said, I really appreciate you taking the time to put dimensions of the bike. I like to get cover. I think he means get a cover and other accessories before I purchase the bike. I find your video very helpful. KTM 390 Adventure was my intended first bike, but now I don't know. I don't know anything about KTMs. I've never ridden one. My only concern with KTM is how long are they going to be in business? Are they going to get bought out? And you got that dealer network issue. With the Honda, you don't have to worry about any of that. This little NX500 Dale and I both agreed, because he test rode it too, that would probably be our choice for a second smaller bike. It was a really nice little bike. I really enjoyed it, and so did Dale. And this is from Adden, F6B Adventures, another member. On my ride to Tennessee, he said, Holiday Inn Express never disappoints. That's my last comment, but I am going to respond to it by saying I stayed in Hilton's, Marriott's, and Holiday Inn Express on this road trip. And he's absolutely right. Holiday Inn Express was the best experience I had. The Hilton Garden Inn in Jackson was okay, but the Home to Suite, which is also a Hilton property, which is right across the street from Hilton Garden Inn, very disappointing. Very disappointing. Not good. Room wasn't that clean. Really showing signs of wear. But Holiday Inn Express, lovely lady working the buffet at breakfast, really nice and engaging. Staff was really nice. Room was nice. Everything about it we really liked. Everybody that stayed there really enjoyed it. That was in Gadsden. So anyway, thanks guys for all your comments. Much appreciated. Thank you for supporting the channel. More videos coming. My Specter long-term review video will be coming soon. If I forgot to mention your name, I apologize. I'm just not good with names. Thanks for joining me. And remember what I always say. Well, first of all, if you like the video, do me a favor and give it a thumbs up, because that really does help the channel. And if you have any questions about anything we talked about, put it in the comments down below. I read every comment. I try to respond to most of them if necessary. Remember what I always say. Until next month, ride often, but ride safe.